Brad. This is Kimberly. Kimberly's dress. Do you remember me from Breakneck? Yeah, I was your Adelaide. You know, I love you. I put your land back. I put your... Oh, anyway, your mother gave my mother your number and said that maybe you'd like to go out sometime. I don't know.
What the hell are you doing? Yeah, I don't want you setting up dates for me. Yes, I know you got me a date to the senior prom. I still haven't lived it down. Mom, I don't even know how you managed this. You are over 3,000 miles away, and yet somehow you can't even go shopping without trying to screw up my life. Yeah, well, I go on dates, Mom. Yes, I do go on dates. Because it's none of your business. No, Mom, it is not... Don't cry. I just haven't met anyone special enough, okay? When I meet someone, you will be the first to know.
Okay. So welcome. You're about to hit Provincetown again with this play of yours, which is, I think, almost 20 years old, which you've been crisscrossing around the world. It's a play that all of us gay men can respond to because it's called Mother and Son. Now, without giving it away, can you tell us what it's about and what to expect?
Yes. The play is about two fictional characters named Mindy and her young adult son, Brad. But is very much about me and my mom. Is autobiographical,
Yep.
and it is about the coming out journey, and in many ways about the parents' coming out journey as the parent of a gay child. Very much inspired by my mother's love, her frustration, and her struggle to understand, and our struggle to understand each other. And of course, the landscape has changed a great deal for LGBT folks since the play first premiered in 1998. But I think the themes remain evergreen and universal. To meet your parent as an adult, to develop a different kind of love, a friendship, an understanding as two adult people, I think remains really evergreen.
So did you write this just as a memory or to give us a guide for ourselves?
I did not write it as a guide. It did come, the play came out of a loss of my mom and the silence. My mother always made phone calls in a great mini series. There would never be just one. And so suddenly there was this void, this vacuum, this silence. And I guess I wasn't also very good at who knows how to grieve at 29 years old. And so the play came out of that silence and just kind of listening for like, what did she sound like? What did we say to each other? How did we communicate?
So this was your therapy in a way.
Yeah, if you want to call it that, but I should say that the play is very funny.
Yeah.
So folks who come are also guaranteed a lot of laughs. So it's not really about loss, but about life and about love and measuring the meaning of love.
If she was looking down on you, what would she think of the play?
I think she'd love it because when I do this play, and it's one of the great gifts that I've had it in my life since my mom has been gone, the theater fills with laughter, and that sound is the sound of family to me. And my childhood, when I hear a whole room of people laughing together at a situation that feels very true to me, that captures some essence of my mom and me and my mom and the way we communicated. So I think she'd get the same. There was a previous incarnation of this story. Well, no, not this story, but there was a previous attempt to deal with the idea of a mother coming to grips with her gay son in a comedy review I wrote with a friend called Mixed Fruit and Assorted Nuts. And it was about two PFLAG moms, one Jewish, one Latina. And the Jewish mom was inspired by my mom. And she was coaching the shell-shocked Hispanic mom who stumbled in tears. And my mom, I got to share that with my mom when before she passed, and she had a good laugh. It was not, I don't think it was nearly as deep or well realized or complex as what the play that came to be, but she could laugh at herself,
Yeah.
and really appreciated, being being captured on the page.
But your story is similar to us in a way. So I want to ask, where did the father fit in? Because the relationship with a gay man is usually with his gay father. So did you in the story?
Well, my parents actually divorced when I was 8.
Oh, right. Okay.
And that's not the case for Mindy and Brad, for the mother and son in the play. I just, my dad will get a separate play one day.
Okay. Does he know?
Yeah, I've threatened. But I chose to do a laser focus on because it is one actor playing these 2 roles. And I didn't want to confuse it or make it too overpopulated. I really wanted a laser focus on the mother and son and the way in which they communicate. Oh, can I actually add one thing?
Yes.
Because you asked what would my mother think? My mother always thought that I was writing like silly things, like nothing of substance, and would often say, like, when she would see like let's say an Oscar contender, like an elite sophisticated drama, she'd say, like, why can't you write something like this, something of substance? Now that's beautiful, you could write that. So I actually think that I did write finally something of substance.
Okay.
I think she would be very I think she would appreciate it.
So we mentioned earlier, you and your husband and our parents, which one of you becomes the Jewish mother?
Well, that's that crown undeniably goes to me. Yeah.
Okay. Whatever.
In fact, our kid asked me just last week, like, I wonder if I could call you mom. And I was like, I don't think so. I've been going by Papa for almost 12 years now. I don't think
You've been touring around the world, as I mentioned earlier. You're coming back to Ptown as a fundraiser. What's that all about?
Rick Miller from the group Gay Sons and Mothers he's a psychologist dedicated to the study of the special bond between mothers and their gay sons. And asked me to do this benefit, and I just love Provincetown. The play was kind of a runaway hit when it had its run in Ptown, and I haven't actually done it in 10 years, and I really actually wanted to share it with our kid, because he didn't get a chance to meet his grandmother, and she's very much wrapped up in the play. And so I just leapt up at the opportunity, and I'm cognizant of the fact that when I started this play, I was not that many years older than the son character, who's in his early 20s, and gradually through the years of doing it, I moved well past the mother's age. Not well past the mother's age, but maybe like 5 years. So we've kind of done we've done some things on the directing end with my director Emily Weiner, that it's not realistic. It's a memory play.
It's not but like one of those situations where we have a memoir on a film, and the not so attractive star gets a really beautiful actor to play him.
No, no, this is definitely the spirit of the original play, which is just me and mom, but it's kind of all in the text. So much play is phone calls across the country and answering machine messages, and the sound of the relationship. So in that respect, nothing has really changed. I still have the sound of our relationship sort of right there in my head and on my tongue.
So we couldn't waste this opportunity to talk to you about Houses on the Moon. What exactly is that, and how are you involved?
Houses on the Moon is the not-for-profit theater company I founded in New York City with my creative partner, Emily Weiner, in 2001. And Houses creates its own original plays, really beautiful material that very much exists at the intersection of entertainment and being a tool to use in the community to create conversation, to educate, to offer support for those, to amplify untold stories. And so houses, I through the years I've done a lot of work with Houses on the Moon on plays that explore a variety of
Yeah.
of different social issues, and are performed at theaters, but also schools and hospitals, law schools, community centers, corporations, that can be used, to really tell untold stories.
It's not totally queer, then. It covers diverse communities.
Oh yes, definitely some part of the work is LGBTQ, but there are many other explorations. I have a documentary play about a Guatemalan teenager in U.S. deportation proceedings, based on all verbatim text, and that's presented widely at law schools as a training tool for lawyers on unaccompanied youth issues. And Houses has done workshops and a play about the experience of folks with incarcerated loved ones. And most recently, there was a play about a brothel in Colombia and the intersection of U.S. foreign policy and the world.
Well, we'll run the details of that online so people can check you out and see what you're up to. But I want you to finish with one word of advice from you to a young gay man who is about to deal with his Jewish mother.
Jeez.
You're the expert.
You should have actually asked my kid that.
Okay. So what advice would you be to people who are watching this, who are on the edges of coming out or dealing with that situation?
Oh God, such a good question. Well, I hope we don't have to have this conversation in the same way. When I came of age and came out, I think I came out to my mom in 1990. I mean, I just wasted so much time lying and sneaking around and hiding and denying, and it's just exhausting, and I think comes at a cost of, personal, spiritual, emotional health, and a cost to the relationship. Like, I don't think I was ready to tell my mom, but then when I was, I still added many years onto that struggle. So I hope young people in the situation are not, but I mean, of course some are. I mean, of course that's true. But there's so much more information, there's so much more visibility. It's interesting that I had to wait to be asked.
Oh, really?
Yeah, which is actually not in.
Okay.
It's not. That's actually not in the play, and that was also true of my husband. He had to sort of wait to be asked or confronted, and I hope many young people are not in that situation, that they feel safe enough to just say, look, this is.
We have to remember, even though the young people think we're really old, the history is really short. We were only out about 30 years when you came out, so it's different now. I hope you don't get mobbed with people asking for advice in it, but we're really excited you're coming back and looking forward to seeing your performance. And it's a great record for all of us struggling to find who we are.
Can I actually add something about that? I mean, I don't give advice, but the one great honor is occasionally people have seen the show, young gay people, and talked to me afterwards and said, okay, I'm going home. I'm going to come out to my parent. So I think the show definitely captures the yearning for truth and open communication.
Well, thank you for sharing it with us, and we look forward to seeing you again very shortly. Thank you so much.
No, Mom. It isn't. Don't cry. I just haven't met anyone special enough, okay? When I meet someone, you will be the first to know. Again with the grandchildren? Mom, will you give me some time here? You're not dying. No, you're not. No, Mom, the doctor did not say that. The doctor said stop smoking and change your fatty diet. That is what the doctor said. Yeah, Mom? Mom? what makes you so certain that I'm even going to have kids in the first place? No, I don't have to. I mean, there's no law or anything. Yeah, I love kids. That doesn't mean that I have to have them. Because it might not work out that way. I don't know why, it just might not. No, Mom, don't give up hope. I'm just saying, don't hold your breath. Listen, Mom. I'm really tired, and I have to be up early tomorrow, so. Yeah, Mom, the job is great, but I've got some work to do still, and I'd like to get to sleep, so.